As a young girl starts to get older, she starts to question the overbearingness of her mom. Is that a word? Overbearingness? I don't know. It's too late. I said it. Oh, and she also learns about a family curse where all the women turn into giant red panda type creatures when they get overly emotional. Sound cool? Because I'm here to talk about Turning Red from 2022. More pandemic films. So, during that time, Pixar had made 3 films, Luca, Soul, and Turning Red. And since theaters were either closed or sparsely open, Disney decided to just dump them on Disney+. I mean, I stopped watching, as I've said before, I think, I stopped watching Pixar stuff back in like around 2008 or so, and I've been really enjoying, catching up. I loved Soul, and I may have enjoyed Turning Red just a little more. I mean, I think it's really cool that these films are, finally having their day in the theater, and I'm loving watching them this way. I mean, my son and I saw this on a Saturday, and there was only one other person there. I've seen a lot of movies lately, and I don't think I've seen a theater even half full. I guess most people would rather wait for streaming, I guess. I mean, I kind of get it. I mean, for years, I watched like one movie per year in theaters, and I kind of regret that now. Because cinemas are currently hurting, and I don't want to see them die. There are still great films being made that are worth your time and your money. Turning Red is one of them. So, here we have May, a 13-year-old girl living in Toronto with her mom and dad. They're very in touch with their Chinese ancestry, and I thought that was really cool. May is the lead here, played charismatically by Rosalie Chang. Ming, May's mom, is played by the beautiful and always wonderful Sandra Oh, and I was super excited about that. Ming truly wants what is best for May, but along the way has become your, typical overprotective mom. And May loves her mom, but, she's doing what people do, and she's growing up and becoming her own self, while also trying to be who her mom wants her to be. We can all relate to that, to an extent at least, but there's more here, and a lot of charm. The film takes place in 2002, which I thought was really cool. As I've said many times, I'm a sucker for nostalgia. It's also set in Toronto, and you get to see a little bit of the, that city's diversity. And you get a lot of early 2000s nostalgia here. Not a bunch of references to constantly remind you. The kids wear baggy clothes, they have those Tamagotchi things. The main characters are obsessed with a boy band. I just found it all very charming. May pals around with her 3 best friends, and they're also great characters. I loved them. So one day, May gets very emotional and she magically turns into a giant red panda, and she remains that way until she can calm back down. She soon learns that it's a curse that runs in her family and that a ritual must be performed in order to keep the beast at bay. I just loved all of the characters here, and meeting May's grandparents and her aunts from her mom's side was really cool. And you also get to meet Mr. Gao, played by the legendary James fucking Hong, known for his roles in a lot of stuff, but Big Trouble in Little China, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and one of the greatest Seinfeld episodes, among, like I said, many other things. And I also have to point out May's dad, Jin Lee, played by Orion Lee. He's always there, but his lines are kind of few and far between, but still a great character. He's kind of your typical complacent father, soft-spoken, and just tries to stay neutral with the family issues. This is a film that people of all ages can enjoy. I mean, Pixar is timeless, after all. If you grew up in the 2000s like May did, you'll love this. I was already 20 years old in 2002, but I loved this regardless. And if you're a dude and you don't think that you'll be able to relate to this due to almost all of the characters being female, give it a shot anyways. I appreciated every single thing about this film. The time period, the location, the beautiful animation, the characters, the acting, the storyline. This just has it all. Not to mention the theme, which is, honoring your parents, but not letting them keep you from, becoming your true self. If you're May's age and you can relate to having parents like this, I think you can learn from this film. Your parents love you so much, but they have forgotten what it's like to be 13. Anyways, go see this in the theater. It was such a cool experience for me. I brought my son who's 15 and he had a blast. Also, I gotta say, they played the Kit Bull Spark short at the beginning, which is my favorite of all the Pixar Spark shorts. I did a review of Kit Bull a ways back. It's fucking incredible. I'm giving Turning Red an 8 out of 10. I absolutely loved it, like I said here many times, and I'm just so glad that I went. Cheers, guys.